10 animals with incredible beauty. But before we begin, I want to ask you, what makes an animal beautiful? Aren't they all good looking in their own way? How come we consider some of them a bit more elegant or even more attractive than others? Is it their colors, the way they carry themselves, a combination of both, or some other fourth thing? Well, stay with me and explore every single animal on this list and find out why some people say they are some of the most beautiful animals in the world today. Don't miss the one I have at the top of the list. If you've seen one of these, you'll know why a lot of people say it's the one with the most incredible beauty. Number 10. The glass-winged butterfly. Let's start this list with a very small animal. The glass-winged butterfly, also known as Greta Otto, is hands down one of the strangest butterflies in existence. While I'm sure you all agree that all butterflies and moths are beautiful, the glass-winged butterfly stands out simply because of its unique wings. Much like the name implies, the wings of this butterfly are transparent. There's only a brown edge and a white strap that surrounds it, but overall the wings are completely transparent, like glass. This feature allows the butterfly to blend in with its surroundings, which is a perfect camouflage to help them escape predators. You can find this beautiful butterfly in all kinds of settings in Mexico and Central America. So if you visit one of the countries in that region, you might be lucky enough to spot one. Just make sure you keep your eyes open. With those transparent wings, they won't be easy to spot. Number 9. Dolphins. Aren't dolphins just amazing? They're smart, they're great swimmers, and they look like they're always smiling. These beautiful animals are a symbol of freedom and happiness. If you've seen my other videos, you probably know about how some of them have actually saved humans from shark attacks. These animals are loyal and fearless, and there are different types of dolphins. And you might not be familiar with some of them, actually. For example, have you heard of the pink dolphins? These ones look a lot like their other relatives, except for the fact that they're, well, pink, and that they also live in the river rather than in the ocean. Like many beautiful animals on this list, the pink dolphin is the subject of many myths and folklore stories. In fact, some people in the Amazon believe that pink dolphins come out at night as handsome men seduce women and then come back to the waters as the sun comes out. And similarly, they also turn into women who trick men at night. Most of them have been spotted in South America, in the Orinoco, and of course the Amazon River. They don't usually travel in big ponds. Instead, you'll usually find them in groups of 2 or 3. Overall, dolphins can boost your mood just by watching and interacting with them for a little bit. It was impossible to keep these guys out of our list because they just have incredible inner and outer beauty. Number 8. The poison dart frog. Previously on several of our deadly animal lists, we've heard about this little frog. While it's one of the most dangerous animals in the world, we do have to admit that it is also one of the most beautiful ones. This frog comes in at different colors, including red, blue, green, and also a bright shade of gold, which is also considered to be the most poisonous of them all. If there's something about biology you should know, it's that bright colors are nature's way to tell us about something that's very dangerous. These frogs have enough venom to kill 10 humans, but their unique color is something beautiful that you don't find every day. Predators that try to eat the poison dart frogs end up with problems such as muscular paralysis, nausea, and even their own death. As humans, we would probably never try to eat one of these, but still, even just a simple touch can send you to the hospital with pain, cramps, and stiffness. So let's admire the beauty of these frogs, but from a distance. Number 7. Frisian horse. Horses are some of the most elegant animals out there. Their hair, the way they walk, and the way they carry themselves make them the perfect candidates to make it to the finals if there was ever a beauty pageant within the animal kingdom. And among all horses, we have the Frisian horse, a native breed from the Netherlands that I'm sure I have butchered the name of. These are also one of the oldest domesticated horses in the world. They came from a horse called the Tarpon, which is considered the wildest horse to ever exist. But it unfortunately disappeared in the past century due to excessive hunting from humans. Luckily, we still have a Frisian as a very elegant and proud descendant. While other horses usually have different shades of colors, the entire skin of the Frisian is just one color. Most people use them for riding for pleasure and for light farm work that doesn't compromise their looks. Number 6. The mandarin fish. The underwater world is endless and quite unknown to a lot of us. Unless you practice scuba diving, you might not be aware of all the secrets and wonders down there. One of them is the mandarin fish, a fish with majestic colors. And also one of the most searched underwater animals by photographers. The looks of this fish make it seem like it has its own internal light that makes it glow in the dark waters at the bottom of the ocean. These fish prefer to stay far from other creatures and usually come out at night, usually for mating. And in case you're wondering about their name, just look at them actually. They look like the mythical Chinese dragons. If you ever do go scuba diving, keep your eyes open and try to see if you can spot one of these beautiful fish. There are different kinds of mandarin fish, including the red one, the striped striped one and the spotted one. Number 5. The swan. And we continue this list with a bird, and I'm sure you're also familiar with this one. The swan is a symbol of beauty, grace, and delicacy. Their beautiful neck and their feathers make them enjoyable to watch. These animals live on land and water, and they have no patience for any intruders who might come near their space, especially if they threaten their little ones. And as you might know, humans are no exception to this rule. Swans are beautiful and delicate, but they will chase you down and attack you if they perceive you as a threat. An interesting fact about this beautiful animal is the fact that it is a symbol of love because of their fidelity to their partner that lasts for a lifetime. Swans are protagonists of many folkloric tales and tales. The ugly duckling, perhaps the most famous one of them all. Ah yes, the time-old story about the ugly duckling that turned into a beautiful swan. Now, to be honest, I don't quite agree with that thing. You look at the swan ships, which are also called cygnets, they're not ugly at all. They're cute and fluffy, but they definitely don't look like they're beautiful adult versions. Number 4. The white Bengal tiger. I couldn't miss the opportunity to include tigers on this list. They're wild, majestic, and they have a very beautiful skin that distinguishes them from other big cats. Among all tigers, we have the Bengal tiger, a creature that symbolizes strength and greatness. They have an imposing personality, penetrating eyes, and an overall captivating look. And if you don't think that's impressive enough, wait till you see the white Bengal tigers. These ones are born that way due to genetic mutations, and that just adds to the mysterious and rarity of this beautiful creature. It's estimated that there are only 12 white tigers in the world in India, but there are about 200 in captivity. Those numbers tell you how rare these animals actually are, so if you ever see one, you'll actually be very lucky to be face to face with one of the most beautiful and rare creatures ever. That is if it doesn't eat you. Number 3. Peacocks. I'm sure you're not surprised to see this bird on this list. With those green and blue feathers and an elegant walk, the peacock is one of the most beautiful animals in the world. They also have these massive feathers in their tails, spread in a train and displaying this patch that looks like an eye full of colors, such as blue, red, gold, and other colors in between. This tail is arched in the shape of a fan, touching the ground on both sides. It's said that peahens, the female version of the peacock, will choose their partner based on how big and colorful the tail is, so males definitely make sure to show their feathers at their best when they're in mating season. There are 3 kinds of peacocks, although 2 of them are the ones you're probably most familiar with. One of them is the blue peacock, and that one lives in India and Sri Lanka. The other one is the green peacock, and you can find it in Java, Indonesia, and Burma. And if you're wondering about the less common of them, that would be the Congo peacock, and this one lives in the rainforest of the African continent. There's also an albino version, and it's also beautiful in its own way, with all the feathers white due to genetics. Now it's time for the day's best thing. The picture I have today looks like something out of a fairy tale. As you can see, most of these animals are extraordinary and almost look like magical creatures due to the color of their skin or their fur. And that's not the exception for the animal I'm about to show you. Number 2. The white lion. The white lion is a very rare type of lion. If you think they're white because they're albinos, you are very wrong. Their color comes from a recessive gene, and their color does not make them any less powerful than other lions. Their fur varies in tones, going from anything between blonde to near white. Some people are afraid that allowing the white lion to mate with other types of lion will cause the species to go extinct. But this is far from the truth, as the offspring will carry the recessive gene that makes them white, even if they don't show it. Due to their beautiful looks, white lions have become popular attractions in zoos around the world. And they've been exhibited at places such as New Zealand, Canada, Mexico, India, and France. The zoos have helped the white lions to stay safe. No white lion has been spotted in the wild since 1994.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 steps to complete. If you like, subscribe. In the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 minutes of making you love. Try it. This is word of
Number 1. Macaws. And the animal at the top of our list is the most beautiful animal you're gonna see in the skies. The macaws. Of course, to spot them, you have to step into the rainforest of Latin America, away from the busy city streets and all the hustle of urban living. Although, if you're lucky, you might spot them at your local zoo or aviary, if you have one. These birds are part of a family called Psittacidae. They earn this spot at the top of this list due to their diverse set of colors, ranging from bright yellow tones to blue, king, orange, and the impressive crimson red. Some people even adopt them as pets. They can actually usually live for about 35 years in the wild and as long as 50 years if they're kept as pets or at the zoo. There is a blue and golden macaw that's said to have lived for 112 years, and at some point rumors were spreading that the bird actually belonged to Winston Churchill himself. Those rumors were false, but the idea that a beautiful bird could live for that long is definitely impressive. These birds are very social, and they love to walk and fly in groups, which is a very beautiful sight for those who are lucky to spot it. And these are all the animals I have for you today. Aren't they beautiful? What's the most beautiful animal according to you, and why do you consider that animal so beautiful? Let us know in the comment section down below. With all that said and done, I'll see you all next time. Later, everybody.